Wanna see how I built a chocolate bar factory when no one thought I could? We started in our condo, turning it into a fully functional production area. It was chaos from the minute we began, because as the brand started to pick up steam, the amount of orders increased from 50 to 100 to 500. Our condo quickly became horribly claustrophobic. We needed a proper production space, so I found this small piece of facility that at the time, I actually thought was great. Jake, Nick, and I packed up everything in our condo and set it up in the new facility to be able to start producing on Monday. But we knew we needed to start planning our next plant immediately, a big automated one. But that's far easier said than done. Dozens of experts told us that it wasn't possible. Our 2 layers are very different from traditional enrobed bars. But no one in history has ever done something great by following how it's always been done. If humanity once put a man on the moon, we can figure out how to make 2-layered chocolate bars. So Nick and I started going to a lot of machine trade shows, watching endless YouTube videos, and speaking to anyone that would take our calls. We were building this insanely complex puzzle of figuring out exactly what machines we needed, all while still putting out fires at our current location. As we slowly came up with the rough schematics for the next plant, it was clear that it would cost millions of dollars.
And you're like, you know what? I just did some machinery stuff. I think we need to raise $1 million tomorrow.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that? We only had $10K in the bank, and so to pay for all of it, we needed the government to approve us a loan. But here's the issue. When you order a big machine, it takes months for the manufacturer to make and ship it to you. If we waited for approval on the loan, then we wouldn't get the machinery in time. So we ordered it without having the funds to cover it. Sometimes you have to take a massive risk. Obviously, since you're listening to this, we did get approved on our loan. That's the hardest thing.
You've never seen money like this in your bank again.
We started building our plant in a new location, completely from scratch. We had 3 months before the lease would run out at our old place, so we had to get the plant up and running ASAP.
It's gonna be bad conditions for at least 4 months.
But after only 1 week, the lead contractor working on our new plant resigned, leaving us high and dry.
What's the feeling? What do we call it? What do we feel right now, Les? It's slouch. It's slouch.
To get it all done, I had to step in and oversee every little detail of constructing the facility. I didn't grow up around food manufacturing, and it's not like I went to school for this. I had to rely on my first principles and just focus on getting it done.
We gotta grind, we gotta survive, because it can all be over before we know it.
The experts told me the timeline was questionable, so everyone's faith in me getting this done on time was at 0. The stress was insane.
Guys, I literally am unwell.
We completely stripped out the building, dug drains, poured new concrete, lifted up walls, and piece by piece, it started to look like a proper manufacturing plant. We brought in the new machinery, getting it all up and running. My anxiety was through the roof as we rapidly counted down the days left on the lease for our original location. Everything started getting packed up and moved over, and as the 90 days came to an end, we did it. We made it into the new facility. My body collapsed at this point. I had been running off of pure adrenaline, and I was just happy and excited that we were finally out of the worst of it. I can't show you all of it because it's trade secret, but it is beautiful. We now have a facility that can run efficiently most of the time, produce 70,000 bars in a single shift, and manufacture higher quality chocolate bars. So don't listen to anyone if they tell you you can't do something. You'll never know until you try.